In the United Kingdom, 7 months have passed since the Supreme Court ruled that men and women must be defined by their biological sex rather than by gender identity or legal gender recognition. This ruling should mean that biological males are not allowed in female dressing rooms. However, nothing has changed at Darlington Memorial Hospital in northern England. In the summer of 2023, 5 nurses at the hospital were alarmed to discover that a man identifying as a woman named Rose was using their changing room. One of the nurses, Karen, informed her superiors that she's a survivor of childhood abuse. The trauma from that experience resurfaced when she encountered the man in the nurses' changing room.
So I'd seen him when I walked in the changing room. I was rummaging through my bag for my keys and my cream. I looked up so I didn't bump into anybody, and there's this person down there at the bottom of the changing room. Clearly a man. You can see the anatomy in his boxer shorts with holes in that. He's a man. But like I say, I thought no more of it. I thought it was mistaken. I walked past him and I'm going through my bag looking for my keys, and this voice comes behind, "You're not getting changed yet." So I gave up what I was looking for in the locker because I couldn't focus on anything apart from, why does he want to know if I'm getting changed? Is he trying to provoke a reaction? Does he want me to say, well, you know, I'm not getting changed in front of you because you're a man? Or was he pushing me because he wanted to watch me get changed? And then he asked me a third time, "Are you not getting changed yet?" And I looked and he had this smirk on his face, this look, and it was the same look my dad had on his face when he was doing the abuse. And it was just pure enjoyment. He could see I was uncomfortable and he didn't care.
Rose didn't care, and neither did Karen's supervisors. Karen was obviously traumatized all over again. You can hear more from Karen sharing her experiences about her childhood and her encounter in the nurses' changing room at ChristianConcern.com or on YouTube. 26 nurses sent a letter of complaint to Human Resources. The response? The nurses were told they needed to compromise, broaden their mindset, and be more inclusive. The complaining nurses, rather than the biological male nurse, Rose, were relegated to changing in a converted office. The nurses contend they were ostracized, humiliated, and dehumanized for taking a stand for women's rights. Why do transgender individuals who make up only half of 1% of the population in England receive preferential treatment and more rights than the 51% of the population who are female? Folks, this situation has persisted for far too long. By dragging their feet to implement a change in policy, the NIH and Darlington Memorial Hospital are defying the Supreme Court's ruling and should be held accountable. Hefty fines and jail time are warranted. If only someone in power in the UK government would muster the courage and common sense to impose them. Well, that's it today from the Global Lane. Until next time, be blessed.